I think one of the worst thoughts you could have is the what ifs. And it kind of comes down to regret in a sense. Like, you know how, like, I'm doing this, and I've been doing this for, like, a month and a half now. And, I always think, like, maybe I should have started earlier. And that goes for, like, everything. Like, going to the gym. Maybe if I kept it, maybe if I went to the gym, like, 10 years ago, I would have been more fit. Or, now that, you start kind of looking into finances and you start seeing how everything comes into play, like the housing market, right? And the housing market has changed so much ever since the pandemic. Or like Bitcoin, for example, it started rising when I was still like in middle school, and now it's in the hundred thousands, I think. And it's like, it was so cheap back then, but it's not really our fault, because we were never taught any of that, and we were not really surrounded by any of that. So, like, by the time we know, everything is already so high up. Just like, when I started going to the gym, I started like a few years ago. I didn't know anything, but the good thing was there was the internet. And, a lot of the fitness influencers, there's a few fitness influencers out there that, teaches you, like, calories in, calories out, which exercise to do for a certain muscle group. And you slowly start to learn, but those things you don't really learn in school. You kind of just learn through connections and networking and talking to people who are involved in certain, like, careers. So it's just one of those things where you can't really think about it, because the more you think about it, the more depressed you get. Like, what would I look like now if I trained 15 years ago consistently versus, doing not even one third of that. And you just can't think about it that way. You just gotta think in the present, right? You just gotta do it now, and not so much go into this rabbit hole of what if this could have happened? What if this could have happened? Would my life be a lot better? Maybe so. But yeah, just a random thought. Anyways, that's it for today. And yeah, thanks for listening, guys.